Hello and welcome to this new episode of Eurotvnews. Today we will talk about Dora. No, not that one, but rather about the Defense of the Realm Act. In 1914, the government passed the Defense of the Realm Act. It gave the government huge power to control many aspects of people's daily lives, the industry, propaganda, and so on.
In 1915, there was a chronic shortage of shells, bullets and armaments, a munition crisis. It became a national scandal exposed by the Daily Mail. Lord George, the Minister of Munitions, introduced various measures to deliver the goods. Delivering the goods meant producing enough munitions for the soldiers of the front. You can see it in the shells in the carts and the cart's name where it's written munitions of war. The means he used are written on the horses' necks. We can see labor and capital, and depicted in the background. You can see it in the factories. Laborers means worker of the factories, and capital is referring to the government's money to pay for the workers and the equipment. The government even brought women into the workforce and forced skilled workers to stay where they needed them instead of going to where they got better pay.
What about munitions then? The production of machine guns was multiplied by 12, the production of bullets almost doubled, and the production of shells was multiplied by 12 too. By the end of 1915, the situation had improved. The British Army was well supplied with munitions for the rest of the war, but one problem remained: feeding the country. On this government poster issued in 1917, the main elements are the title with the big key in the middle, in the foreground of the picture, and a woman holding a pot in the background. The slogan is, "The kitchen is the key to victory, eat less bread." This poster is aimed at women. The government wants them to self-ration themselves and their children at home in order to save bread, and more generally food, for the soldier on the front.
Here is a World War I British ration book for butter and margarine coupons. People would use this book to get their daily ration of butter and margarine by giving the coupons every day. Rationing was put in place as the previous measures taken by the government were not sufficient and food shortage still existed. Under Dora, the government was able to take land and turn it over into farm production. In February 1917, it set up the Women's Land Army to recruit women as farm workers. By then, however, the food supply had become very difficult. In April 1917, German U-boats were sinking a quarter of the British merchant ships. Prices rose and poor people couldn't afford even the basic supplies. The government responded with various measures. It raised the wages of the industrial workers. It set up the system of voluntary rationing, controlled the price of bread.
However, none of this measure was effective in reducing the food shortage. So, in early 1918, the government introduced compulsory rationing of sugar, butter, meat and beer. Well, I hope you know more about Dora now. Thanks for watching and see you soon on Eurotvnews.